Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityanandam, I welcome all of you with my love and respects for this live broadcast of answering your questions about different topics that is affecting our day-to-day life. So today, I have chosen a topic of guilt, an emotion that so many teenagers suffer from, an emotion that is continuously stopping us from various things, various possibilities being expressed through us. Take your own life. See, like all of us know, there is so many things that is possible for us to do. There are so many things which we know we can do it. Yet, there is something that is stopping us from doing it. There is some kind of fear. There is some kind of a feeling. Oh God, what will happen if I become a failure in that? Oh God, what will happen if I do like this? Already in my past I have messed up so much. This guilt is an emotion, or emotion is the best word to use here, because it is something that is continuously happening illogically. You cannot stop it with your logic and all. You don't just stop it with your logic. It goes on happening and it continuously stops us from expressing our possibilities. This, I'm very sure you all will understand this. Am I right? You just see your own life. Anything that you want to do, any kind of task you want to do, any kind of project you want to take up, anything, some past failures that you have done, that continuously blocks you. Let's understand what guilt is. Reviewing the past incidents with our present intelligence. That's all is guilt. Anything that might have happened in your past, reviewing that with your present intelligence is what we call as guilt. This guilt is continuously creating pressure in our system, making us withdraw and making us leave everything and whatever possibilities that we have. We just leave everything and we just skip all these things and go on with our own depression, go on with our own fears, go on with all other things, all other emotions like this, just due to this guilt. Now, what is this? Where is this guilt rooted from? See, guilt. For us to understand what guilt is, I first want to share with you about what there are different types of guilt. 3 types of guilts are there. 1, the guilt that is imposed to us by our family, the immediate family members. The guilt which is imposed on us through the society around us. 3rd is the guilt that we impose on ourselves. So today, I'll be sharing with you about the first type of guilt, which is the guilt which is caused, the guilt that happens in you by or imposed in you because of the immediate family members of you. When we are children, growing up, before the age from around 7 to 14 years old, in this age, especially the 0 to 7, we are in a very tender age that anything that we learn from the society, actually whatever we see outside, the kids tend to grasp it. You might have seen the memories that you're having, anything that you're having is all, you might think, how can yes, you just see a kid. Anything you tell, if it is very small kid, 0 to 7, immediately it will be able to grasp whatever you tell or whatever you do. It just sees and absorbs. Whatever you tell, it may be difficult for it to grasp. But if whatever you live and show it, it will immediately grasp it. This guilt is also imposed. The first guilt that we get is imposed by our parents, by the immediate family members that we are growing up in this age, 0 to 7. I'll tell you how. For example, when smaller kids, all the small ones, especially at this age, they love to jump and shout and they run around, do all these things. Correct? But the parents, if they are not able to take care of that, immediately what do they tell? They tend to stop those kids, telling, no, what you're doing is wrong. Like you take your kid to the marketplace and immediately like you go to some big showroom or some mall kind of thing, the kid starts jumping and shouting there. What do you do immediately? What does a normal parent do? Immediately the parent tends to stop the kid and tell, hey, this is wrong. You're in such a social place. How can you misbehave like this? The guilt is imposed like that. Leave even that. Even when a kid is trying to express itself, do you guys know about this conditioning? What parental conditioning means? Actually, I wanted to share an experience about that. I'll tell you what it is and I'll share an experience about it. Parental conditioning is the limited cognitions imposed into your system by your parents. Like for example, which is not true, but you believe it to be true and carry it throughout your, even factually also it will not be right. But that cognitions which are imposed into you because of their powerlessness, you'll be carrying it throughout your life and you'll be responding to even at the age of 70. You'll still be responding to it with the same cognitions. For example, the kid is playing around in the sun. Kids love to play around. When they are playing around in the sun, jumping and playing and all, immediately if the mother comes and tells, oh God, you will get a sunstroke or your whole skin will be tanned, you'll get this, you'll get that. What will happen? Immediately, the kid will get that as a cognition into itself. The kid will understand, oh God, this is what is true. So if I do this, if under the sun, so this is what is going to happen to me. This becomes a cognition in the child. And after, even if he becomes 20 and he's just sitting on the lawn with the sunlight coming, immediately the first cognition that comes into him will be this. Now, I started with guilt, but why am I speaking about all these things? Understand, all these things are actually connected to the concept of guilt. Guilt is nothing but the idea imposed into you, a borrowed idea imposed into you to connect with the past and go on worrying about it. Understand? Okay, until now, whatever incompletions, whatever problems you have faced, whatever might have happened, so many times you kept on trying to feel guilty. You had some fight with your friend, or you messed up in some big opportunity that you had, or you took up a great project and you messed up in that. Again, you have guilt about it and you sit and brood over it. Until now, you have done that so many times. All of us have done that. That's because that's what we have learned. Has it ever been useful? Do you think you're transformed because of it? No. We always tend to think, when I'm guilty, that I'll not repeat the same mistake again. No. Understand, whatever is happening in our life, everything is what we create. Anytime the moment you think, oh God, now this is the thing that I've done, and you sit on brooding over your past, you recreate your past. You start recreating your whole past and impose it and create your future through your past. Future is nothing but just you, whatever is happening, whatever is your cognition, you manifest as your future. Past happens, comes into and past manifests itself as future. When we want to change it, we can rewrite our future. But when we go on brooding over our past again and again, actually telling the past, whatever might have happened, it is we who empower it. When anything that is happening in our past, when we are Actually, it happens in two ways. First is, you go on feeling guilty about it, go on brooding over it, continuously brood over it, and you manifest that as your present and make your, until your being level, you hurt it with the thorn of guilt. That is one way of giving power to your past. Another way is taking all your present decisions with the help of the past. And it's not out of powerfulness that you will be taking, it will be out of powerlessness that you will be taking all the decisions from the past. Okay, I have a few comments here. Enriching is a power, is true. Now, you'll also understand when how manifesting even these four powers, integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching, even these can get you out of your guilt. So I'll go layer by layer, let us first understand what guilt is, because all of us think guilt, continuously brooding over something, will not make us repeat that same mistake. That's a totally misunderstood topic. It's a misunderstood concept. It's not true. Never can anyone be out of that pattern if they're continuously brooding over it. Only by completion they can get out of it. Never ever by brooding over it. Understand this very clearly. Even if you're addicted, for example, if you're addicted to smoking, I actually read this whole incident in the Living Enlightenment book of Swamiji. The whole incident is about one person asked Swamiji about he's addicted to smoking, so he is unable to get out of it, and he's continuously feeling guilty because of it. So how should he get out of it? Swamiji responded telling, you don't worry, first get out, you smoke, but just get out of this guilt. First get out of the guilt that you are doing something wrong, just get out of the guilt. Next, when you're just doing it, bring in your whole awareness to it. Just see yourself as a third person and do it. Moment he made himself as a third person and he just renounced that guilt, just completed with that guilt, immediately, just within 1 week or something, he returned back to Swamiji and he thanked Swamiji telling, Swamiji, I'm not able to smoke anymore. I just feel that it's redundant to me, and he also added a statement telling, I know how much I am abusing my body by doing this act. You may understand it logically, but only when you experience it, you will know how just being free from this guilt is adding so much to you. And yes, I am seeing a comment asking about what about fear? Guilt, see, when you're guilty about something, you may have the fear of losing your identity, but not the fear of the guilt itself. You may have the fear, oh God, what will happen if I repeat that mistake again? Even that again boils down to you giving power to your past. Understand, our attention is such an amazing energy. That is why anything that you speak to anyone, if you give attention to, when you see a person, you give attention to that person. You see a person and smile, you just give your attention to them. You feel happy, right? You feel so much empowerment, right? And same way that other person also feels so much of empowerment, right? When just by giving your attention to a person. If giving your attention to a person can build a relationship, if just giving your attention to an object can manifest something, then understand, by you feeling guilty continuously about anything it may be in that case, you are giving power to your past. What do? You give your whole attention to that whole past that has happened already. Can anything be done about it? Do you think the past action is just changed just because you're feeling guilty about it? No, you're going to repeat that same action or the same pattern again. For example, you're non-integrated. Think you want to do something but you're not able to do it, so you're finding you're thinking you have to wake up early in the morning. Why? To do yoga, and I want to keep myself fit. Just a very simple basic example I'm giving. But you're feeling guilty that you're not able to do it at all, and so many times you tried, you kept alarm, everything, and you failed in that. So you continuously feeling guilty, so somehow you decide and you start waking up. Still you are feeling guilty that you have done like this in the past, but somehow you decide and wake up. Do you think that whole past is completed? That whole pattern is completed? I'll tell you, it may not repeat in the same act, but that same pattern of whatever you're suffering with, that's nothing. It's just, Swamiji beautifully tells, it's just the pitta that's there in your body, or the acidity that your body is having, that only prevents you from waking up. So when you don't clean that, it may repeat in some other place, like some important session, you'll be dozing off. You'll just miss out the whole thing. You may think your action is in integrity with the thing, but you may repeat the same non-integrity in another thing. Being in guilt never helps. Understand? Okay, I'm seeing another comment. Nityanandamma, please see my future Adinavasi or my home. Rohit Sankla, Aya, you can surely know all these things in Akashic reading. Akashic reading is a collection of past, present and future, the whole record, the cosmic archives which are there. You can, I'll share the link. You can surely see it in that. You can surely know your future in that. The Balasans will allow Kalabhaira's energy to land into them, and they will be reading your Akashic readings. You can surely ask about your future, whether you want to be an Adinavasi or you're going to be in your home through that. If you have any questions, any of you, if you have any questions regarding any problems that you're having in your life, you think, I'm very addicted to anger, like you get angry only. So you think being guilty about it might help you, might save you from it. If you have any such questions, you can surely post it now and I'll be able to answer to you live now. You can get answered now, just put it in the comments, I'll be able to see it and I'll be able to answer you. Anything, it may be about how guilt is affecting you or how you think being in, or even if you think I don't know how to get out of a guilt, please share it and I'll answer you. Anything it may be about, understand, each one, if we look into each aspect of our life, our own life you see, what is that which is affecting us so much that one particular thing that you've seen, that you've heard, or like that you've cognized in such a young age is able to affect you till now, even if you're 70 years old, even if you're 40 years old, even if you're still in your teens, still affecting you. The guilt that we carry in our system, actually if you see the mistakes that we continuously do, we think we should avoid doing it, but we tend to do it again and again, is because we carry a guilt about it instead of carrying completion about it. You see, you want to do a particular thing, but you've already done some mess up in the past. How to remove guilt created by family members even now? Jai Prakash Reddy, I'll surely answer this. Okay, and I'm also seeing comments which is asking me to do different videos in different languages. Surely I'll do it, one Tamil and one Kannada. Yes, I'll surely do it. Any questions? See, if any one of you have any questions regarding any of the emotions that you're carrying or any problems that you have, surely you can post it in the comments and I'll be able to answer you. Rohit Sanklaya, your question about your future can be answered in the Akashic readings. I have already told that. I can surely share the link with you. You can register in that and have an Akashic reading read for you. Or even you can come physically to Bengaluru Adinam and have your Akashic readings read. Because Kalabhairava will precisely tell you what is going to be your future. Okay, so now, guilt that is imposed into us by our family members. I want to share an experience about this. When I joined Gurukul, like 3-4 years ago, I had this cognition that if I get wet in rain, I'll get wheezing. This was a cognition into me. Because multiple number of times in my family, like my mom used to tell me that you don't go into this rain, if you're completely drenched, you'll get wheezing. I had this wheezing problem before. So the first time when I came to Gurukul, suddenly one day it was raining. All the Balasans went out, started jumping and playing in the rain. But I was still reluctant to go. So I was sitting back and I was just seeing it. Suddenly one of the Balasans came and asked me, what happened, why are you not enjoying the rain? Then I told, no, I have this problem of wheezing, I cannot come. She immediately told me, no way, this is just a parental conditioning that you're having. So please come now immediately, break this parental conditioning that you're having. So I was like, what is parental conditioning? And she explained me what it is. And she helped me complete with this cognition. Then I just told myself, okay, so this was the cognition that I had got from my childhood. But is that the fact? I just looked at it. It was not a fact because I saw so many people playing and still they didn't get wheezing. They didn't get any cold or anything. They were still continuing to play. They were happy. So I also decided, okay, I'll just go play. I went, first I got that fear. And I thought like, oh God, what will happen? Will I really get? And I thought, no way, I am breaking this now. And I just entered into the field and I just started playing with them. I was completely drenched. I played like for almost like 1.5 hours continuously. After that also I was wet and I did not get wheezing. Moment I experientially understood this, it became a cognition to me. After that, never ever, whether the weather changed or the rain is coming or not, that never affected me. Understand, so for this, you need to look into yourself. What is the parental conditioning? Sometimes you'll be having guilt about the relationships that you're having. Just look back. Just relax first. See what are the different kinds of guilts that you're carrying inside yourself. Make a list of all these things. This is the problem I had, I'm guilty of this, I'm guilty of that, I feel guilty of this, that, all those things you make a list. And see, if you observe into each of them, you'll see very clearly in each of those situations, it will be you who will be continuously empowering it, continuously giving power to it by again and again giving power to your past by remembering and brooding over your past. Feeling violated, mom. When you do this exercise, when you write, it's very simple. Write down whatever has happened, just like whatever you feel guilty about, just make a list of it. Whatever you think as your inauthenticity is to be. And see each and every act, and you also also write down what is it you want to become. Write down whatever you feel guilty of. Write down what are the things that you want to become. Of course, you will see that these are all not matching to what you want to become. We are an energy, amazing energy. That too, especially if you are connected to Swamiji. Understand, you have unlimited supply of energy. You are the one who will be manifesting your future. So, just write down these two things. What are the things you feel guilty of and what is that you want to become. When you see, understand, just like petrol bunk is there and wherever you put that pipe, to that vehicle the petrol is going to go. Same way, the energy that you are having inside, whichever pipe you choose, wherever you choose, whichever vehicle you choose, whichever thoughts you choose to cherish, that is what is going to get the energy and manifest as your future. If you just see what is it you're continuously aligning yourself to, what is it you're continuously aligning your integrity to, what are you getting integrated to manifest, that will be the one which is manifesting as your future. When you decide that you are going to manifest what you want as your future, you will simply see how these guilts just disappear. And when you continuously align yourself to integrity, the way you become, the powerfulness that you start radiating in you will simply manifest what you want to manifest as your future. And understand, if you are still below 21, you don't need to worry about this at all, because Swamiji has opened up a beautiful opportunity of being in Nityananda Gurukul. Whatever has happened, anything, whether your parental conditioning or societal conditioning, these two conditionings will come only below 21. After 21, you will start imposing guilt on yourself. So, until now, whatever your age may be, if it is below 21, then you're the most luckiest person, because now you have Swamiji himself, Avatar himself, to remove all those guilt out of you. When you see someone, see, never two words work out. We always learn by seeing the other person. That is why the modern education system, how much ever, whatever is happening, whatever, anything, the whole teachers teaching about morality, about value education, so many things the teachers speak about. Do you see the kids just follow it? No. But in Gurukul, moment Swamiji utters a word in satsang, it becomes reality in Gurukul. How? Whatever we learn will not be out of the words. It will be from what the person is living. Only if a person is living it, it will even impact you. You will even change yourself for it. If you're lucky enough that you're below 21 and you are able to be in Nityananda Gurukul, you will simply see how amazing your life will start becoming. The root cognition that you will be carrying will be of that of Swamiji's. You will know, you will have an amazing confidence over yourself. You will be such a confident person that anything that you do in your life will again and again be adding up to you. You see, guilt is what? It's just removing the energy that you're having. Guilt is nothing. It's just continuously making you lose your energy on something that is not needed. Your past is not needed. You all want a bright future. Then why do we go on giving the energy to the past? Wow. I'm seeing a comment from Jai Prakash Reddyaya that, yes ma'am, my daughter will be a Gurukul kid. Sure. Understand, you will be doing the best to your daughter then. If you want to give the details, if you want to know more details also, you can inbox me here. I can help you out with that. Anyone who wants to join Gurukul or you want to join some program, surely you can inbox me or just inbox me your contact details, or you can even leave it in the comments. I can surely help you. Understand, the best life you will be giving to your kids when you put them in Nityananda Gurukul. Understand, we all live such a, you see the world, so much of hypocrisy is there, so much of violence is there, so many things. What the moral education teacher teaches, is he living it? As far as what I saw, never. But when I see Swamiji, whatever he talks, he's much more than that. When I see him living, automatically I just start catching those cognitions. That is why we are able to manifest Shaktis. So the best life you will be able to give to your kids will be a life in Nityananda Gurukul. And the whole system of guilt will just be removed, especially whatever, and I also wanted to tell, like anything, whatever kind of mistakes you would have done in Gurukul, just because of Swamiji's compassion. The compassion that Swamiji holds makes each one of us cognize that whatever mistakes you have done, Swamiji is there. He is there to change your whole future. He is there just waiting for you to experience that Sadashivatva, experience that Advaita with him. Anything that happens, really, I tell you, if you're just in Nityananda Gurukul, the confidence that you'll start radiating is because Swamiji is there with you. Swamiji is there continuously with you, helping you manifest anything that you want as your future. Oh, so what if you've done mistakes in your past? Hey, he's Sadashiva who's there. Avatar who is there. He can... Do you think he's within this past, present and future? No, he's beyond that. He is there to save you from all the mess-ups that you've done. Just drop your guilt and come on. I really tell you, if you are taking a decision, if you're an adult, best decision is come and join us in Adinavasi. Sadashivatva is going on. The best program for you. Continuously you'll be in his space, in his breathing space, which will help you manifest not just the powers, the powerful cognitions which can just burn your past so that no one will remember you from your past. Do you know, any mistake that any one of us make just because simple, silly mistakes even. Moment you complete, moment we just surrender ourselves to Swamiji. Because Swamiji is there, he just erases it such that even people to whom you would have fought just a few minutes ago will just forget that you fought with them. The whole new possibility that they see you in will be like so sweet. You will just feel like, oh God, what I want, my dream life, I'm just living it. I thank all of you for joining me today, and every day I'll be coming live, and today I just spoke an intro of guilt. I'll be going on into deeper levels of this. Today I just gave an introduction of what guilt from family means. I'll be telling the solution for it and about different other layers of guilt and different other problems that each one of us are facing every day. And all these things will be from my own experience that Swamiji has gifted me. I first want to thank Swamiji for gifting me such a beautiful opportunity to share with each one of you about the experiences that he has gifted me with. Thank you. Nityanandam.